Hold on, you're gonna need the whole picture here. Yep, this is the sign of a woman who is about to do a video interview on the internet. Are you dying? These are the most amazing Lululemon pants ever.
I just wanna hold you.
I started my day uploading the first video that I'm sharing for Vlog Every Day in August. So that seems to be going well so far. It's a really good Q&A. I thought it was a great way to start Veda, was to answer a bunch of questions about making videos. Oh my God, be quiet. We're not talking about you. I'm talking about that one. How to be expressive on camera. Go forth, take notes. P.S. This is no. Yeah, definitely you should do that. You have, though. That's the exciting thing. She acts like she's never eaten before. Oh, by the way, these are my new obsession right now. They are not just pink socks, although that would be just fine also. They are spa socks, so they're probably dirty on the bottom, but they have like gel on the inside, which like is making my feet feel like they are in heaven all the time, which is great. That is perfectly aligned with my plans for today. I'm going to get a massage because I need one really bad. Oh my gosh, look at this backdrop. Hey table. I wish I could do this every I wish I could do this every single week. I just don't have time. And but I did remember in my mush brain to schedule one the week like the week that we're leaving for the wedding. So I figure that should be the very, very latest I should come back in. I might schedule one sooner, just depending. Oh, I told you guys, neck problems, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I gotta go home and go to sleep now because that's like literally the best way to end the day. It just is. Everyone should be investing. Look at that, I have my foot on the brake. Such a bad. Like, wait, where are you going, Amy? You're going nowhere. The car is not on. Everyone should be investing in their body health. And man, massages are like going to the muscle doctor. First order of business this morning. I'm speaking with a potential speaking engagement to see if I'm a good fit for them. Gonna have a call. It's an international gig, so it's really important to have those pre-calls. What is on my lip, honestly? It's really important to have those pre-calls in this situation just to make sure that it's like worth everyone's trouble. Am I the best fit? Is the audience, interested in what I have to talk about? What are all the logistics to get there? Are we going to be able to meet where we need to from a financial standpoint, especially with all the expenses that come with international travel? It's super glamorous on paper, but when you actually are doing it and, paying for these ridiculous flights and hotels and all of that, just gotta make sure everybody's on the same page. So we'll see. I'm really hoping to get this one. It'll be a new country for me. And it's not until 2018, so I'm not like freaking out about it. My mug almost like, no, they don't match. Oh well, so close. Yes, I am wearing yoga pants. Hey Malia, just wanted to update you this audio note about the call with we'll go from there. That's it. Thanks, Malia. Bye. So much going on, but I wanted to have a quick chat about something that has been coming up a lot I've actually gotten a couple questions recently about speaking engagements, how to get them, how to transition into speaking, how to transition from a new speaker to a paid speaker, and all of those things. It's actually really been popping up a lot this week. I don't know why I didn't vlog this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday I had a call, and it was a podcast about being a professional speaker, and so we talked a lot about it there. And just some of the interesting things that come about from being a speaker and how gigs come about and things like that. It's actually such an amazing time to be a speaker, but not just any speaker, specifically a female speaker, just because it seems like there could be more of us out there. And yet the same group, us ladies, we're a little bit overly critical about ourselves or our qualifications or our ability, and it's holding us back in so many ways. And I just wonder if that's crossed your mind. Maybe it's not speaking. It could be speaking, or it could be something else. But have you actually thought, I really want to do that because it seems like something I would really enjoy, except for the part where I don't know if I'm qualified, and I definitely would have a learner's curve to get there. Speaking happened extremely naturally for me, and I was shocked about that. Shocked. I didn't ever think I was going to be a professional speaker. I was terrible in speech class, just like I did not grow up being the ham who would always talk to a camera for the rest of her life. All of this happened because of practice. Speaking happened because of video. People watched my content, and they literally said, if she can sit there and have a fluid conversation with nobody, she could theoretically have it with hundreds of people, which I find to be fascinating, because literally I'm sitting in my bedroom right now. There's nobody in here except for you, but that's theory, right? But somebody is watching my content saying, she's good, let's put her on stage. So now that makes sense, because I actually have experience as a speaker, but at the beginning it was so bizarre to me. But that's really how it happened. And if I had to give someone a tip right now about whether or not if they wanted to get into speaking and they didn't know how to do it, first of all, I would say start making video. Secondly, I would say start yesterday. Like, you should not be hesitating about this for a couple of reasons. One of them being why people are doing Veda right now. Most should be, and probably are, and don't even realize that they're doing it so they can practice talking to a camera and have it be a natural experience, so it feels like it's a conversation with a human being. Because of that practice, you're ultimately practicing to be the ultimate communicator, which you need to be if you are a speaker, because that's just intimidating all the way around. No matter how good you are at it, you have to really practice. So video, I'm telling you, it set me so far ahead of anyone else who was like, I want to be a speaker someday, because first of all, I didn't say that. But secondly, because I just worked so hard on the way that I knew how to communicate. It goes totally hand in hand with podcasting, I feel, except for you just don't have the visual. But if you can have a conversation on audio and make somebody want to have you in their ears for 15 to 20 to 60 minutes, that's an incredible responsibility and could weigh in on speaking too. So I guess that's just a couple of ideas that I have in this moment that I feel like are so important for somebody that's thinking, I really think my message is worth stepping on a stage for, and I know I could do it, and I can think of a few places I would do it, but how do I get started? The other thing to keep in mind is the answer to becoming a paid speaker is to become the most practiced speaker. And that usually means speaking for free. When I started to get these inquiries of, I love your YouTube channel, we'd love to have you at the local American Marketing Association. Love your YouTube channel, would love to have you speak to the Rotary. Love your YouTube channel, can you come speak at Social Media Marketing World? Like, all of these things. None of those things are paid. They just don't work that way. They ultimately say, hey, do you want your message to reach an audience of people that we provide? And that's how we pay you. That's just how a lot of these things work. It's been kind of hard to get adjusted to that. But in the beginning, I really didn't care, because I definitely wanted the audience. I was like, I just want my message out there to all these people. And the only way to do that is to say yes. So as I was saying, when I started getting all these inquiries, I was like, yes was the only thing that came out of my mouth. It was kind of like that Shonda Rhimes book, The Year of Yes. I said yes to every single speaking inquiry that came my way. I was in Columbus, Ohio, here. I went all the way to the Philippines for Tropical Think Tank. I went to Manchester, England. 2015 was wild. I spent a lot of money on travel. Like, do not get it twisted. I spent a lot of money on travel. I did a lot of other things, like if I was going to a country and I thought I could probably add some stuff while I'm there that I might be able to get paid for to help me balance some expenses, I would try to do that. But most of them were unpaid, and I busted my butt to get there. And ultimately, that helped me with two things. One, a massive amount of experience. But two, it expedited me being a paid speaker. Hands down. 2016, I started to get a little bit more particular, but not too particular, because I still needed a lot more experience. I walked on many stages in 2015. I think I ended up counting 17. Plus my Savvy Sexy Social Live workshop, like there were a lot. But I still needed more experience. But I also realized, I kind of blew my budget on travel in 2015. So let's take it easy in 2016, be a little bit more particular about where I go. And so I got to take those liberties a little bit, but still, if you can do it, if you can get on a plane, get on a freaking plane, period. I mean, all I had to do was say yes to somebody who invited me to speak in the Philippines, and it was somebody I knew well enough that I was like, oh, this is safe. I know what I'm doing, and I can see who else is speaking there. Like, it's a good idea. And all of a sudden, I'm an international speaker. How are you going to pass that up? You're not going to pass that up. You're just not. I mean, I'm a little adventurous too, I guess. That is a weird thing to say. I would never call myself adventurous, and I just called myself adventurous, so there's that. But honestly, I just think when it comes to travel and doing something that I know is going to move, I hate this phrase, move the needle. I say it too much. I wish I could come up with something else. But literally, even if it just only moves it, the inkling of a little bit to get me further in front of more people, my message out there, etc., I wanted to do it. That's adventurous for me. There's that. Traveling alone as a female, I think, has its own sort of things that you have to figure out. But I also had an advantage, again, for being a woman speaker, because there aren't as many out there. So I just I don't know how many. I wish I could tell you the percentage. What is the percentage of speaking engagements that I got because I was a girl? I have no idea. But I'm not mad about it. Sorry. I feel for speaking organizers because they truly, truly just want to have the best talent possible and affordable to them at their events. And those who say they are the best have the best chance. So we as ladies need to just get more confident about what we're doing, because they're willing and able to say, oh, you're a woman that speaks and it's about something relevant. We want to hear from you. We want to see if you can do what you say you want to do. We want you to be a contender. I'm sorry, but that's an advantage that I think people should take, rather than keep saying it's holding them back. And to the male speakers, you guys have the easiest time in the world, so this should be no disadvantage for you whatsoever. Sorry, that's how I feel about that. But it's never really crossed my mind actually speaking oh, I feel different because I'm a woman here. It's never felt that way. I literally just go, do what I do best. I do a good job because the last thing in the world I want is to walk off stage and for people to be like, that was bad. You just when you do not want that to happen, you get up there and you just bust it. You're just boom, I'm going to do the best job ever right now because I do not want to be embarrassed. That's way better than freezing up on stage. If you do that, you'll be able to hang with anyone. If we prove we can do what we say we want to do and do it well and actually affect people's lives, then you deserve to be there. That's it. Until you actually take action on that, it's just not going to happen. You can't wait for an invitation. Although I did start getting invitations, they wouldn't have come in if I wasn't making videos. So make videos, kids. I rambled on that for a while. I hope you found that useful. I didn't think it deserved like a dedicated video, even though I've gotten a few inquiries about that, because I do understand that this may not be relevant to a lot of people. Speaking is something that people are deathly afraid of. Like literally more afraid than death. And so if it's not your bag, it's not your bag. Just like owning a business. If it's not your bag, don't do it. But what do you want? Do that. Anyway, I got a board meeting tonight. I don't know how much of that I'm going to bore you with. But we got another day tomorrow, so more tomorrow.
But it's just because of that, it can lead to other things. So you don't have to be, a superstar and have 100,000 views on everything you do.
No, you don't. And I just have never lived by that mantra, because I know that every single time one person shows up in my comments and they say, this was very helpful, that was so much fun, I feel like I was sitting there with you, that one success is a huge deal. And I've always even said this specifically about the comment section. You should go back and reply to every single person, even if you're a little discouraged that it's like, I only got one comment on this. Because you engage, you start a conversation, and then you continue it. That one person might go tell 5 people. And that's a big deal, because that's the kind of word of mouth that we're really looking for. It's not just views and shares, because those are scalable sort of word of mouth and algorithmic word of mouth. But for someone to go, this is someone you need in your life, go on your YouTube app or go on your website thing and whatever it is and find them right now, because I'm telling you, they've changed the game for me. That's the kind of word of mouth we're really looking for. And that's super hard to achieve unless you show that you care about each individual person that's really watching. Cliff was on the podcast. Thanks for doing the podcast, Cliff.
Absolutely, thank you.
Oh my gosh, I love how there's like all these angles of me in this. All right, I'll link to the podcast so people can check it out. Thanks, Cliff.
Awesome.
Lucy was barking through that entire interview because I let her stay outside for where did she go? Anyway, well, she was barking for the whole interview, but it's still so good. Oh my gosh. Cliff is the podcast guy, and so the fact that he's doing Veda and getting more serious about vlogging, it was just such a good convo. So if you didn't know, I have a podcast. It's called Vlog Boss Radio. Search for it on iTunes or Stitcher or Auto or whatever you like to use, and go listen to it, because it was a really good one, especially if you have ever wanted to hear me talk about the vanity insecurities about video. I'm really glad he brought that up. It's a good conversation. So pumped about that.
So without further ado, I'd love to introduce you to my friend, soon to be your friend, Miss Amy Schmittauer, soon to be Mrs. Welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you, Holly. Happy to be here always. You rock it, girl. It's so natural, you and me.
So much useful information about video, and again, I'm truly inspired and in awe of you every single day, the way that you just attack your goals and you just get things done. So continue to be awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Holly. That is a really, really kind thing to say. Thank you.
Aw.
Thanks for having me, Holly.
Awesome. So excited to have you on. You shared so much good stuff.
Aw. Well, I try. All right, well, that's day 1 through 3 of Veda. Probably made out to be a pretty long video, but I don't know. I think they're kind of fun if I'm doing fun things. So let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure that you subscribe for good vibes. Subscribing is so important because I need you to know when the next video is out. So you can see why I'm asking you for this. Lucy, tell them. Go after the life you want. It doesn't want to focus on you. It likes my hair better. See you on the next one. Bye.